at Soldier Field, still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from Soldier Field. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jackson looking to throw right away. Stiff-armed him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
First down, San Francisco.
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. We're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off of play action. Here's Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the 49ers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They go play action with Jackson. Flushed out right. Delivers another one to Pierce. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. On 2nd down, Cook. And he's got some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They'll try the air now with Smith. And his throw is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. The result, a first down as the quick slant gets him 14. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They run with Hines. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And this pass is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Let's go now. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. 18 Pioneers. Ready.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 4th down, Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Play action. It's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Hines. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. Down it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. This is Hines. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Smith now to throw. And he goes down, and It's in the end zone. Smith goes down in that end zone. That is a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. And he's got Pierce. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw caught by Pierce. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. To throw is Jackson. That is caught by Anderson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And Jackson throwing once more. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Bears are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Slot man moves right.
19 tight.
From the gun on third down, Smith. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith. Open man is Duvernay. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. A backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. '49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Out of the gun, Smith. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now it's Hines. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Smith. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. Strong grabs it over the middle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. Our first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. In motion is Grant. Now Gino on 1st down. Looking Strong's way again, and he's got it. And he is going to lose yardage here. Second and 11 now. Now Gino. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Jackson. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's the rookie 4th-round pick, Pierre Strong.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Geno now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Anderson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now it's Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Robbie Anderson, 44 yards.
And the 49ers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. He finds his man complete. That's Grant. And he's got room. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Here's Hines.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Go street. Hurt.
Throwing now is Geno. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Come back in. Come back in. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. 18 Ranger. 18 Ranger.
Smith. Touchdown Bears. Jackson from 10 yards out.
And the Bears are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game.
Joey slide out to kick off after the touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history and tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Jackson escaping the pressure right.
That one finds Pierce right side.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. And complete right side to Cook. Down inside the 10. Touchdown. James Cook. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Niners are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Bears 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. That's taken in by Duvernay. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. In motion is Grant. Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith. And my goodness, another interception. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. To throw is Jackson. And he's got Pierce. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Jackson's throw is caught here by Anderson. 2nd and 7 from the 20.
Here's Jackson to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And Jackson throwing once more. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, 49ers. Dawson Knox, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Bears 7. Youngway Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. And into the end zone, a pick-6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick-6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ron Thornhill.
But with this advantage, this defense knew the passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Dawson Knox, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. In motion is Graham. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Sly on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. That one complete to Anderson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson will throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but That lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score.
And now here is another interception.
And the Niners are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw caught by Pierce.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, oh, no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Running for it. Here's Cook.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
They'll go option to the short side. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress.